U.S. Deputy Secretary to visit Nigeria and Chad, Ghana. The U.S. Deputy Secretary of State for African Affairs, Molifi, from August 25th to August 29th, will be visiting Nigeria, Chad, and Ghana. This was revealed in a statement released on Friday by the U.S. Department of State's spokesman, Matthew Miller. In order to discuss U.S. support for the economic or ECOWAS and regional leaders' role in response to the Niger crisis, Phil will meet up with regional heads of the state while on a trip. In Chad, the U.S. official will review recent developments with Sudan and Niger, two of its neighbors. She will bring up the shared goals of upholding Niger's fought for democracy and securing President Mohamed Bazoum, his family, and other members of his unjustly detained government's immediate release and recovery in all of the interactions. Senior officials in Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, and Togo were also consulted by Assistant Secretary Fee, who emphasized that the U.S. supported ECOWAS's stance in support of democracy and constitutional order. At this point, things are just a loop and a cycle. Something happens, it breaks off. Oh, America shows support. Oh, America wants to visit. America then meets up with regional leaders around Niger. And I guess it's the same thing again and again and again. But what else? What else is new? So it's literally a cycle, and with how things have been dealt with as a continent, right? We didn't have this. No one thought of getting regional leaders together. I think West Africa is actually a whole different place and disconnected to East Africa or South Africa. It's because technically something like that should happen and should be news. But obviously now the Americans are coming through to show their support for democracy and all that blah blah blah, and now it's a big thing. Oh, this person's going to come. Oh, da da da, and I'm like, oh wow, you really cannot handle your own home. It is another person coming, and again, not like another person is just another person. It's America, right? So, we don't fight our brothers for America to get uranium. They have not finished the problem they created in Ukraine. They want to come and create another in West Africa. Well, because they can and they're a superpower. Literally, again, I have to go search up who this lady is, but it's not as if they were sending out some, I don't know if she's a top official, I don't want to assume, but if it's something they can just delegate and say, actually, you go there and just meet up with all these leaders and just, do something. I feel like that's the energy that was, put into organizing this. And honestly, it's shameful. It is shameful. Visiting puppets and enemies of the people. Fee should go back home because his evil whisperings will be negated. If it is true that ECOWAS accounts are frozen, I don't even know that, but that's new. ECOWAS should give it as a precondition that it must lift the ban on the account because Niger is not ECOWAS. I'm so confused. If the ECOWAS accounts are frozen, then that's some dodgy thing going on right there. That does not look right. Anyways, this visiting and what will come out of it? I mean, it's not the first time we've had situations like this where, you basically have third parties, but top countries come in and intervene. But really, what it is they end up with the patterns. Look at the Biafran War. Look at other things that have happened. The patterns remain that they may look neutral, but in all their talks is basically for them to try and pick a side and back that side, and obviously cater to their own interests. Very interesting. These guys are out to destabilize ECOWAS countries. Niger Republic is very strategic to US because Niger is bordered with Nigeria, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Chad. But I don't think that was an intentional thing. They just happen to be landlocked with, very popular countries. But, you can't say that they are out to destabilize ECOWAS. You destabilize yourselves in your own countries first, let alone a union that you've now made from broken single individual countries. Then you're gonna make a broken, union that make up all these countries, that are made up of all these countries. So it's this defensiveness. What are they trying to do? Obviously, yes, you should have that, but you don't even protect yourself. You don't do the right things for yourself. Your economies are not great. Your money is not great. The accounts are frozen. How is that even okay? And then for all of you in ECOWAS to now decide that Tinubu again will be your leader, all of you don't know what you're doing. It's just very clear. So I think that's sort of where the extent of it is. Listen, if you don't arrange your house very well, someone can come and scatter it. So this fear that, they're out to destabilize ECOWAS, what are they trying to do? What are you trying to do? Because you don't seem like you've protected yourself. You seem so disorganized. You're open to visitors. You're open to disruption. That is what you look like. All these countries. So for this person that they are sent from America to come and start going through each country and saying hello, what's going on, da 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 da. Like, come on. It is very, very, very sad. But we ourselves are not organized, so it just shows lack of respect for ourselves. I think that's what it is. Put what you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.